Let's turn back to that developing news out of the city of Sacramento this morning. The city council has approved the purchase of an armored vehicle for Sacramento police. It's caused mixed reactions from community leaders and members.
And many say that this purchase is necessary given an increase in crime. Others disagree, saying the department is already over-militarized. ABC 10's Bridget Biorlo joining us live from outside of the Sacramento Police Department, taking a closer look at the reaction to this morning. Bridget, why do they say something like this is needed?
Bria Wald, police say this is a defensive tool to protect officers when they respond to dangerous calls like hostage situations or standoffs. It essentially shields them from gunfire. But the concern is the price tag. It will cost $440,000 to buy one of these. It's called a Rook. It's a military grade equipment. It will be covered by grant money, not tax dollars. But in order for something like this to be purchased by a department, California code requires city leaders to approve it. Last week, Sacramento City Council voted in favor of the Rook by a 7-2 vote and is generating a lot of mixed reaction from the community.
It's traumatizing, especially for communities of color that already are traumatized given everything that's happened in this country over the last.
I want to thank all the many members of the council who supported some of the grant funds being used to purchase the Rook piece of equipment for the police department. I've come from the north area where I've had the experience years ago having a gun in my face. I'm very much aware that violent crime is real.
Some argue this only further militarizes the police at a time we should be doing the opposite. Some are also taking issue of the timing in all this. After all, it comes on the heels of the Memphis police killing of Sacramento native Tyree Nichols. Bria Walt.
And Bridget, the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office already has one of these. So why does Sac PD say it needs one as well?
That's right, Bria. Sacramento County Sheriff's Office, they've had a Rook for years, and they've been sharing with Sac PD when they need it. But the Sacramento Police Department says that there's been a number of times when they've requested it, it's been unavailable, whether it's already committed to another scene or it's just in a different region and they can't access it. So they say it's required to have one in their own department, especially because this is grant money. And they refer to an instance when they needed to borrow it from the Sac County Sheriff's Office, including the Officer Tara O'Sullivan case when she was killed in the line of duty, and they brought the Rook in. Bria.
Bridget, thank you. And as a reminder, a law was passed in California just last year to limit police departments from using military-grade equipment.
So that bill was introduced in 2021 by State Assembly member David Chu. He said it was born from police using force against civilians during protests after the death of George Floyd. In an interview with ABC 10, he listed some of the equipment he says falls under military grade. Things like manned and unmanned aircraft, armored and tactical vehicles, bayonets and long knives, guns or bullets bigger than .50 caliber, explosives and riot gear. Now, if a department already had tools like this when the bill passed, they needed to ask a regulatory body for permission to keep using them.
And the same goes for any new equipment that it wanted to buy.